Hey guys, it's NHS06. Hello and welcome back to part 36 of Let's Play Fire Emblem. We're going to go ahead and finish up this chapter. We're going to go ahead and collect these last two items. And then we're going to go ahead and speak to Fargus. It doesn't matter who you choose to speak with Fargus. Anybody will do, but we're going to go ahead and get these last two items. If you go here, you get a Lance Reaver, which is obviously a sword that's strong against lances. And move Elwood down here. Let's wait a turn so we can use one of our cavaliers to go get it. Might as well be Kent. And from this house we get a sleep staff. Not too fond of the debuff staffs, or whatever you want to call them. I don't know, the status ailment inducing staves. I don't know. So it really doesn't matter who you choose to speak with Fargus. It can be anyone. Just don't attack him. Make sure you don't hit this option, because you'll die. Go ahead and talk with him. And the chapter's finished. Ha! You made it, whelps! That was hard. You'll give us passage now, won't you? I'm a man of the sea. I always keep my word. Are my old eyes lying to me? Is this beauty really with you? Gwahaha, my lucky day. That's creepy. What a creepy man. Alright, so the Port of Badon 16X is finished, and now we are on to one of the more difficult chapters of the pirate ship. Fargus' ship sails along smoothly. At last, they spot a fog-enshrouded isle on the horizon. Elwood's father is on the isle, as is the Dragon's Gate. As they draw closer to the isle, Elwood no longer fears that his father might be one of the conspirators. As the moment of truth nears, Elwood only prays that he is safe. Alright. This chapter is a little tricky. Not quite so much fun. It's more of a defense chapter. Just go ahead and give you a heads up. Oh boy. So effectively what you have to do is survive for, I think it's 7 turns. It might be more. I'm not quite sure. But you do want to make sure you bring Matthew along. And also in bringing Matthew along, you want to see if we have some. Okay, not in here. Where are they? Come on. Come on. Maybe we don't have any. Okay, it appears as though we don't have any, but that's okay. Make sure you bring Matthew along because he will serve a pretty good purpose. You might also want to bring Lucius along because there's a lot of quite a few. What am I trying to say? Quite a few shamans in this chapter, and they're pretty deadly. So you might want to bring along. I mean, they're not necessarily, you know, gonna destroy you, but you know, for the most part, it's always nice to have. It's always nice to have a character who you know is definitely going to be strong against them. Okay, so we're almost finished here. We're going to go ahead and get rid of this mine. I don't know why I kept it on him. And we're going to give this short bow to Rebecca here. Short bow is just a regular, it's kind of like an iron bow, but it has a better chance to critical. I recommend that you put your stronger characters in the front. I mean, unless you really want your other characters to die. There's plenty of sword users here and tons of shamans. So just get ready to... And the reason why I said I want you to bring Matthew is because of this. Go to the boss, and you'll see he has a speed wings. And this guy has a guiding ring. So if you want a speed wings, which I clearly do, I'm going to try to kill this guy. And you get a guiding ring. So you'll be able to promote a magic user, and speed wings obviously increases your speed. So... No, I don't want to buy anything. Okay. So you do have the option to buy stuff if you want, but not really in the mood. Alright, so let's hop to it. And here's Dart saying that if you can hold off the ship... Oh, it's 11 turns, I apologize. So if you can hold off the ship for 11 turns, the pirates will come back and they will help you. So go ahead and position a strong lance user at as many places as you can. Clearly, you're going to be at a disadvantage because of the fact that shamans obviously are magic users. So just do your best here. Position Lucius near. Try to keep him out of direct contact with the majority of the enemies because you don't want him to get hurt. And then just hold your ground. You can start making progress eventually, but for the most part, just don't do anything drastic. See what the enemy does here. Shouldn't be able to do too much, to be honest. Because if you have good units that you've been building up and you station them in the appropriate spots, it should be easy enough for you to hold the enemy off. And you can always feel free to use ranged users on top of direct attackers, kind of how I'm going to utilize Rebecca. In that sense, she's going to finish off the enemies so that way we can press the enemies more. So these shamans are, of course, going to attack right here. So just keep your healer nearby, use direct combat if you can, and then finish them off with Lucius, or vice versa. Just make sure you keep Lucius out of harm's way. Obviously these shamans aren't going to be able to do too much to him, because his resistance is pretty high and it's weak to light magic. So you should be okay. So just make sure you don't put too many people in harm's way. This chapter isn't necessarily hard, but it can be tedious, because about 3/4 of the way through this chapter, you'll get the enemy calling for reinforcements, which can be kind of a butt. However, you should be fine by that point. So yeah, I mean, this is just your standard chapter. It's kind of neat how they did it. I mean, I enjoy this chapter. It's tough, but... So we're going to go ahead and bring Priscilla over here to heal up Hector. And feel free to use the armory and the shop if you need to. I mean, right here, if you really want to. I'm actually going to send Priscilla there in a couple turns to buy some more staves, because she seems pretty low on those. Alright, so it looks like... I think Kent's going to be able to fare better for this one. So we're going to send Rebecca over here to just do some damage. Like I said, it's about... The short bow's almost like an iron bow, just a little weaker. But you can get a critical like this. Pretty handy. And I don't recommend moving any of your characters from where they are at the points currently, because those shamans will come over and attack your melee characters, which you don't really want. So just try to keep a decent ground in between here. Like, don't get past this point if you can. That's what I recommend. Because, I mean, if those shamans start attacking, then you're just going to have a bunch of trouble. So you need to just kind of route them into one little area if you possibly can. So we're going to go ahead and let Oswin park it right here. And then we're going to put Lucius here. Lucius is definitely going to come in handy in this chapter. Because, see, the enemy can't even do any damage, and their hit rate's, you know, poor anyway. So that seems to be pretty good for now. Let's see. Yeah, there's not too much else I intend to do in this point. Just play it safe. But I will, as soon as I can finish off more of these shamans... That's a phone ringing, by the way. I apologize if that rings multiple times. I'm not currently at my house, so I'm trying to record elsewise, because I'm not going to have time to record tomorrow, so I'm going to try to record this today. But anyway, as soon as I get rid of more of these shamans, I'm going to press down here to get to Zoldum. So, let's get the good old enemy turn kicking. And I guess Oswin has a javelin, so, I mean, if you want to at least give him a chance to attack, which is good. Not like Oswin really needs that much experience anyway. He's probably one of my most experienced units that I have currently, so. Oh, he has a longsword. He can't even hit me. Yes, and Kent's speed is just incredible for a cavalier. Pretty impressed by him. He's going to make a great paladin. Yeah, I mean, 13 speed, that's great. Look at this, those are awesome stats. And we get a longsword. Pretty cool. I mean, longswords are obviously useful against other cavaliers, so. And I apologize if you can hear other people in the background. There's nothing I can really do about that, but just bear with me. I know you guys are all very accepting young adults and not adults, if you're not an adult watching this. If you are a teenager and or adolescent. Alright. This is pretty exciting. I don't even know if we're going to have another chance to attack this turn from all the enemy attacks. Might not be able to attack... Oh, geez, got one hit kill there. Osmond gets a level up. It doesn't even look like we're going to be able to attack another time. Oh, nice. Nice. Should be the last enemy that's going to attack me. Hopefully. And then we'll call it quits. Oh, and he gets a critical. Jeez. Oswin's a beast. Alright. Okay, so that appears to be all. I'm going to go ahead and heal up Oswin really quick before we call it quits here. And let's see. Rebecca can finish this guy off. Yeah, we'll let her finish this guy off. How about it? Alright, so I figured I'd at least finish it off with a kill, guys. I've been HSDLO6. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.
Thank you. Goodbye now. Goodbye. Goodbye. Thank you. Goodbye.